Welcome to today's edition of Crypto Corner at InvestorIdeas.com. News on what's driving the cryptocurrency market. Hey everyone, this is Sam Mowers here, and welcome to episode 442 of the Crypto Corner podcast. For news today, Bluesky has announced membership in the Crypto Valley Association. A new BIS report shows the rise of public interest in CBDCs, and China's digital currency is being tested in small transactions. But just before we dive into today's show, a quick reminder that if you enjoyed this podcast, please feel free to share it, leave us a review. And while you're at it, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on InvestorIdeas.com. This includes the Cannabis Podcast, as well as the Clean Tech and Climate Change Podcast, both of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. Alright, so crypto mining firm Bluesky Digital Assets Corp., which trades on the CSE under the ticker symbol BTC, has announced its membership in the Crypto Valley Association, or CVA. Swiss-based CVA is described as an independent, government-supported organization whose mission is to build the world's leading ecosystem for blockchain and cryptographic technologies. Bluesky's CEO Ben Gelfand commented, quote, "We wanted to be part of one of the world's leading blockchain ecosystems that welcomes individuals, small and large companies from all over the world who are interested in the long-term global economic and transformational benefits coming from blockchain and cryptographic technology innovation." End quote. A report published today by the Bank for International Settlements, or BIS, titled Rise of the Central Bank Digital Currencies, Drivers, Approaches, and Technologies, indicates a rapid increase in public interest in CBDCs in 2020. The report presents data from Google, which shows that the amount of internet searches for CBDCs rocketed ahead of Bitcoin this year. A trend observed in the report, the decline in the use of cash, is cited as a possible driver in the CBDC interest. An excerpt notes the impact of Facebook's Libra project. Quote, "A tipping point was the announcement of Facebook's Libra and the ensuing public sector response. As of late 2019, central banks representing a fifth of the world's population reported that they were likely to issue CBDCs very soon." End quote. Facebook, by the way, trades on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol FB. Another factor the report cites is the COVID-19 pandemic. Quote, "During the COVID-19 pandemic, social distancing measures, public concerns that cash may transmit the COVID-19 virus, and new government-to-person payment schemes have further sped up the shift toward digital payments and may give a further impetus to CBDC." End quote. On the subject of CBDCs, the Global Times reports that the People's Bank of China's digital currency is being tested on small retail transactions. This clarification comes after rumors had spread of a housing transaction that leveraged China's digital currency electronic payment, or DCEP. Wang Peng, the assistant professor of the Gaoling School of Artificial Intelligence at the Renmin University, told the Global Times, quote, "At its current stage, the test's primary goal is to ensure the digital currency's operation runs smoothly and safe, and to determine how DCEP is distributed from the central bank to financial institutions. Only when trials in retailing are successful will they be carried out in large transaction scenarios." End quote. That does it for today's Crypto Corner. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website, and this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products, services, or securities. Investors are reminded all investment involves risk and possible loss of investment. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio.com, and Google Play Music.